small groups here in a second, and you guys are going to choose one thing to watch and discuss as a group to give us feedback on afterwards. But we're going to let them play. We aren't going to stop them, but we're going to change the lens that we watch through. And we're going to hear other people give us feedback on something different. So FIBA 33, just quickly, you have a 12-second shot clock. It's so fun. It's so fast. Sometimes I'll modify it with like U12s, where off of any change of possession, I have a coach wandering around the perimeter. Instead of just clearing, they have to pass it to coach. This is what I do at my when I hold elementary tournaments with junior. They have to all get outside of the three-point line. They can't stand next to each other, and I now initiate the offense with a pass. It just helps them with spacing, and it's not quite as scattery. But we want them to learn how to play these rules because they are going to do it at camp. Okay? So how many coaches are there? Let's get into groups of roughly 5-ish. So you guys will be together to here if you guys can slide. And let's go. Would you mind joining up with that group? You guys, and we'll go the whole end of the bench basically. Sorry. Okay, everybody's got to choose basically one thing that we've looked at, either technically or tactically, or even we could do something socially, emotionally if you're wanting to look at that. Even sometimes I'll just have coaches watch fundamental movement skills. How are they with playing in stance, for instance? Okay, so what would you guys like to watch?
Spacing.
Spacing, so outside three, inside key? Yeah. Is that fair? They're watching outside three, inside key. They're only going to give feedback on that. Anything you guys are interested in watching?
Hands ready, ready to shoot.
Okay, so they're going to be shot ready. Are we getting our feet ready and our hands ready? We've talked to them about it, so we can expect to try and see some of it. You guys don't worry about this. You're just going to start to play. Okay, no problem. I'll come back. Any ideas what you guys would like to watch?
Finding the open person.
Okay, so you guys are going to look at pass choices. Pass choices? Which help came?
Yes.
Okay. Any idea? It's hard. You guys got the last one. Okay, perfect. So we're going to look at dynamic one-on-one spots. You guys can start. We don't have it, and I'd like to, can you guys watch movement off penetration? Yeah. Are they going to the right spots? Even if you can just see, are they moving at the right time and getting where the ball can see them? Lou's going to be our shot clock. And our ref, she's double duty.
8, 7, 6, 8, and just clear.
Love the 12 seconds because they have to be proactive. You got to want the ball in your hands. Yes, we're playing to the possession. Woo!
12, 11, 10, 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7,
connect a dot here. I'm not giving feedback. I'm going to start them in a different position so that we see some transfer. Now you could start 3-on-3 from anywhere. We get stuck on starting it from here, but we know off of our wing push, where's a lot of our offense getting started? Off there. So to manipulate that, ball's going to start at the top. We can have a post player if we want to, but there must, before we start, be somebody in the corner that's going to flash to ball. It doesn't have to be made necessarily, but somebody's got to start in the corner so we can have an opportunity for our dynamic one-on-one. Coach is reminding you to watch only what you're responsible for. Okay, back in playing. You got 2 more minutes.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
Subs are in, last sub.
Let's fuck the baseline or something. 12, 11, 10, 9.
And we will freeze. Once again, can we get a huge hand for these ladies? Thank you so much. We would not have learned half of what we did today without you guys. Really, thank you very much. Did we, hopefully, I don't know if we gave you a present, but hopefully. Jerseys, nice. So watching that, it gets so easy to watch everything. And, oh, why didn't you cut to the rim? Why did you do that? Let's try and focus what we saw, because what they do is what gives us feedback for what we need to do next time. That's how we build our next practice plan. Again, where do we want them to get? What do I need to scaffold to get there? And every time they do it, I need to reinvent that just a little bit. So why don't I start at this end? Group at the end, I'm not going to come too close. What were you guys watching again? Dynamic one-on-one. Okay, give us some thoughts. What did we see it? Some specific feedback for it?
It wasn't consistent.
Okay.
They did show it, but they were more focused on the ball rather than the defender following.
Right. Yeah. Any other thoughts? Okay, so for those of you who couldn't hear, they're not looking for the opportunity consistently. They're still very ball-centric, which is very normal. And then the footwork is still a little bit off. I would say as well, we had it a couple of times and missed it, right? The timing was wrong, so there's no more advantage. So as coaches, if that's what we were watching and that's what we had prioritized, how are we going to play? And we know the dynamic one-on-one stuff now needs to be in our next practice plan again. Second group, you guys were watching.
Passing choices.
Right, passing choices. So what were they doing off of the penetration? Any specific feedback?
They weren't timing their cuts properly in their
Okay, so because their spacing and their penetration principles weren't quite right, we weren't able to deliver the correct pass. Yeah?
Are you done with the kids?
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah?
There was
twice off dribble penetration where the wing player either cracked back or drifted to hit for a pass and then had a scoring opportunity.
Okay, so really good. 2 specific opportunities where they made the right choice. And we want to make sure that we recognize those just as many times as we recognize the gaps if we can. Okay, so again, 2 specific points out of it, watching through a different lens. They had prioritized passing choices. So if we're doing a good job hitting that wing person and we're still missing with our post player again, maybe we need to go through some phase B, phase C stuff again in our next practice. This group here.
We were looking at the penetration
yes.
penetration principles, and we noticed for a while that we didn't even get a penetration to be able to move off of it.
Right.
But when they did move, there were times where they missed the open opportunity, and there were times where they didn't even see it.
Okay, so vision is the theme here. The penetration principles might be there, but our vision doesn't support being able to make the right decision. I would totally agree with that. I forget what I was going to say. We'll move on. Thank you. Yep.
I found when the girls cut, the girls watched them cut instead of moving. They didn't cut.
Spectators. Okay, and it's easy to do that. Okay, she's going to go do a layup. My job's done. Share the ball. We want to, I always say, support the basketball. Okay, I would say from what I watched as well, and Lisa touched on this, if off my penetration I'm not selling that I'm going to the rim, I'm not going to engage a help side. If I don't engage help side, the penetration principle won't be there. Okay, again, what needs to happen with my practice plan? Next practice based on what you just saw. Am I missing a group? Did I skip somebody? No? Okay. Here.
Shot.
Pardon me?
Shot.
Ah, shot ready.
There's a lot of opportunities for it, right? Just
Yeah.
the way they're catching, and some of their cuts were back out, passes were back out, so they're retreating, so you're catching with their backs to the basket, and having to pivot and square up, and then they were thinking penetration.
Yes. Okay, so we saw, just to summarize what Adam said, a lot of times they aren't thinking shot yet. Because they don't have this range, we haven't done a good job of, as Renato has asked us to do, think shoot. If I'm open, I need to be able to shoot the ball. I want people to have confidence to shoot it. We're not there mentally. We need to empower people to be shooters. But the other point is, and technically probably our biggest gap in Canada that we're seeing, is our inability to pass. So we have an advantage and we have an opportunity to pass it on to a teammate, and the pass kills the advantage. Now we're back to toe-to-toe. So until we get to be better passers, we're going to have to be creating off toe-to-toe again instead of playing with advantage. We want to teach them to play with advantage. We had another... Okay, perfect. Thank you, that group. Last group, you guys were looking at spacing, which was outside 3, inside key.
They let you stay in the area.
Yeah. They're creepers, and there's a few reasons for that. One, they can't shoot the 3. Why else do they want to be creepers?
I think it was also sort of magnetizing towards the ball. They'll start to get close to that area, and then they're like, oh, I want to come back to the ball.
Yeah, little kid soccer, amoeba soccer, and also people are, even at high levels, for instance in high school basketball where the talent is so much more widely distributed, even at a high level, when you've got one dominant player, rather than play with really good principles where they're thinking about getting teammates open, they'll become ball rescuers. So they give it up and basically just are thinking, I gotta go get it back, I gotta go get it back. So we need to help break that. So for the spacing stuff, an intervention that we could use next time that we go to a playing situation, or again, even when we're doing warm-up stuff, anytime you catch in the gray zone, automatic turnover. And at first, they're gonna violation. They'll start to figure it out because they have to. They want to play. Okay, so everything you just did, how does that change my short-term plan? You notice they're doing a little bit of a cool down, which is some great modeling. You guys had a ton of stuff thrown at you today, as they did. Hopefully, over the next couple of days, you can process some of it. I encourage you, like I would encourage the kids, take it onto court, and you're gonna mess some of it up. and you're going to experiment with it, and you're going to try it at different spots. Feel comfortable doing that. If you're playing with principals, when you make a mistake and they make a mistake, everybody learns out of it anyways. Again, any last thoughts from you guys? Something that you really liked? Any questions from the day? Something that you're really anxious to try the next time you're on court with players? What's the first thing from today that you want to take and try in your next practice?
Breakout.
Okay, so the quarterback stuff, looking at the bust out, finding a different way to start our break. Cool.
Adding the defense to the break, and the defense starting from the one spot that we did.
Okay, so looking at different ways to guide on the break so we're making decisions early.
Shot ready.
Shot ready, getting our feet, getting our hands prepared. Very cool. Again, Kelly, we are videoing this and it's going to be available, I think, on the Google Drive, or they'll send you a link. I'll stick around for a couple of minutes. Long day, I won't keep you with a long debrief. But at the end of a session, usually I'll ask, what's one thing you guys learned? What's one thing you liked? What's one thing between now and our next session that you know you want to work on? I'll leave you with those thoughts as well. I won't make you answer me out loud. Thank you so much for coming. We are nothing without our coaches. And I hope you understand this, especially as volunteers, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, and I give up a lot of time to do it as well. What you do matters. It makes a difference. And don't let anybody devalue what you do, because it makes a difference to these kids. Take that away and wear it with pride. Coaching matters. Thank you.
Thank you to Jody.
It's good for the glasses.
Thanks, man.
No problem.
You guys can go.
Dismissed.